The Evergreen Youth Crisis Center in Bemidji is desperately trying to keep from cutting essential programs after losing a $100,000 grant. Jamil Doneth explains how this loss of funding affects the services the community's most vulnerable have depended on for more than 30 years.
Evergreen Youth Crisis Center has been a safe haven for thousands of homeless, abused, and troubled children in Bemidji since 1977. But with a loss of $100,000 in federal funding, this shelter is in a serious crisis of its own.
It's a very big part of our budget, being $100,000.
In an already tough economy and the needs of the community higher than ever, Evergreen lost the funding it receives from the Federal Basic Center grant for the first time in its 34 years of operation.
If you were to try to draw a little pencil line on a pie chart to show how much is given to runaway homeless youth, it wouldn't exist. You couldn't even see it. It's such a small fraction of the overall federal budget.
With about a 20% loss to Evergreen's annual operating budget, staff members are reaching out to the community for support because they say cutting any other staff members and programs would severely damage the services that Evergreen provides.
I hope that people from the community will do what they can to help us keep this outstanding program going.
Evergreen administration has already cut one program and are looking to reduce expenses anywhere they can. But being open 24/7, staff are the most valuable part of the shelter, even though payroll is the biggest expense in the budget.
It is so important not to look at that payroll line item and automatically think that's our biggest line item, let's cut it, because it's going to compromise the safety of the youth that we serve here.
So even though Evergreen has a tough hurdle ahead, staff say they are a crisis center after all, so they know how to handle a challenge. And they hope the community will join them in helping at-risk youth in times of need. Jamil Doneth, Lakeland News.
If you would like to help Evergreen, you can contact Executive Director Becky Schuler or the Shelter Director Gary Russell. Evergreen also plans to hold several fundraising events in November and December.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.